You've written a lot of very good songs in my mind, and I've talked about them there. Lights of Home, Can't Hold the Years Back, The Old School Yard, and this song is without doubt. I'm sure you'll. There's no disputing it. Home to Donegal, Patsy. And can you tell me the year or what you were doing when you started writing that song for the people that are listening to this podcast?
Yeah, Home to Donegal has sort of took a life of its own.
Yeah.
It's just I had no notion when actually the room I'm sitting in now, Tony, is the room which I wrote Home to Donegal in.
Yes.
The same corner, and there was no fancy equipment or nothing like that. There was a wee small keyboard and a guitar and a wee 4-track recorder, and that's where Home to Donegal got its life at the start. And basically the theme of it was the thing of people coming home for their, your town or my town or any others where they run their festivals during the summer.
Yes.
And let people that's away from home come home for the festival. And that's where I got the idea for Home to Donegal, was people coming home to, when they go out, to the sing-alongs and they take their parents out for a meal and,
Yeah.
And then you'd see them on a Sunday then maybe going, down through the graveyard,
Yeah, that's all in the song there. Down
so
to St. Mary's,
A lot of people identified with that song.
And
it's a funny thing, I just saw there's I'm interrupting you now, sorry.
No, carry on.
One of the covers, or one of the big covers, I suppose, there's 4 or 5 fairly decent ones on it. One of them is on Facebook. It has nearly 6 million views. Imagine that.
6 million?
6 million views. Nathan Carter has a thing on there with nearly 6 million views.
That's crazy.
Imagine.
That's a lot of, that's actually hard to fathom when you say
Isn't
that.
it?
When you say 6 million. Because, 100,000, a hell of a lot of people, So when you think 6 million.
But, it shows you the reach, and the many people identify with.
Yeah.
But people say to you, about how do you feel about other people recording, or maybe getting the applause for your song. But the truth of the matter is, it's great that people think that much of your song that they do record. Like people like Daniel O'Donnell. Daniel has done Home to Donegal. He's brought it to the world,
That's right. He's brought it to the world.
Mick Flavin was the first man besides myself to record it, and
that's right.
There's Trant for there's just every time I chase it up every so often on the internet to see, and you'll see somebody else saying it.
It's a great anthem, and what I always said to Patsy about the song, and I talked to John Hogan one time about, I was talking to him, and this always stuck in my head with the interview with John Hogan. He was talking about songs that are simple and kept simple that people can relate to. And when I listen to like Home to Donegal, and it's a simple song that touches people's hearts about basically coming home, I suppose. Home to Donegal.
Yeah, well, it was more like a homecoming than an immigration song,
Yes.
Because there were so many immigration songs, and it was just to turn the tables around a wee bit. That people were, coming back to their own town or village.
When you wrote the song, Patsy, was the song, as you said, in the corner, when you were writing it in the corner, were you envisaging what other people were doing, or was it a combination of experiences of yourself coming home to Donegal? Like, you know what I mean? Was it more based just on you envisaging things?
No, well, I had 2 images to sit that I was trying to explain on it. One of them was the thing, the idea of when you're up in the plane and you're heading home and the town's disappearing away below you.
Yes.
I don't know if you've ever done that, but it's a great feeling coming home and the lights are London, they're far behind,
There's nowhere like
and
home.
The other one was the thing of playing in a hotel lounge or whatever, and you see the people coming on the door and the brothers or sisters going over to greet them, and this is them home for their holidays. It was always a nice time to be out around doing the music. There was a good feel about the places,
It is a nice feeling coming home wherever you go, because as Dorothy said in The Wizard of Oz, there's no place like home. And
a lot of people hold on to their roots of their home ground,
How many nights did you tell me, Pat? You told me this before. I think you told me it was a couple of nights, but that song was written in pretty short time, wasn't it, Patsy?
It was. Over a couple of nights would have done it. Actually, where the idea, I had the thought or the melody maybe sitting down on the small keyboard, or a few words. And I met Mick Flavin out in Ballyliffin one night after a dance. I'd never met the man before in my life.
Yes.
And he was asking me about songs, and he says about a good Donegal song, because he was very popular in Donegal, like it still is.
Yes.
You know? And that was sort of where I got the wee push to go ahead and finish the song. And I posted it off to him, and I don't know, it wasn't that long afterwards that he rang me up one day and he played it over the phone to me, see what I thought of it, you know.
Amazing. And Mick Flavin did a great justice too, indeed, you know.
Oh, I did, surely. A powerful singer, yeah.
I think Mick
Great
Flavin,
singer, yeah.
I think he told me, maybe I'm wrong in saying this, but I think he told me the first time he sang that was in Australia. On a stage,
so,
on a stage in Australia, and he announced it. He announced it that it was the first time this was just going to perform the song live.
Right.
Yeah. So
he did a great version on I think it's in Scotland, one of the concerts where he uses bagpipes and all behind him, you know.
That's right. I know
at the end of it, it's very effective.
I think that one was on a recorder on VHS, I think, on VCR. That
could have been, yeah. Could well have been, yeah.
But definitely, Patsy, and of course I have to thank you as well for inviting me along to Daniel's Visitor Centre, which is now sadly closed in Dunlow here, the Lower Main Street in Dunlow, because the relevance of mentioning that is because Daniel O'Donnell brought both yourself and Daniel were awarded on the same day. I think it's come back now to a couple of years ago. You were recognised for Home To Donegal and the miles that song has travelled, and that must have been a very special day for you, Patsy, because I remember being there. I was very thankful to be there for that day.
It was. It's one of those days that you remember, you know, because when I was notified about that, I had thought it was going to be about, you know, just walk up and collect something and down again, you know, as you do which would have been all right too, but I didn't realise it was going to be such an occasion when I went down there and got the silver disc and the whole works, and the whole family all came down to Dunlow. We had a great old afternoon.
It was great. And
we done. Yeah. The whole place is closed up down there now, which is pity to see. It's very nice. It was, you know. Yeah. But no, it was one of those days. Like, I often feel about things like that, but I wouldn't be a wild one for putting up within my house.
Yes.
You know, putting up stuff for photographs or anything like that. All of the music thing, as I was saying before, that getting that award.
Yes.
I hadn't a single thing up on the walls to say that ever I sung a song.
Well, I hope you have that up.
And that's in pride of place now, yeah. But, you know, there's different photographs over the years, and they're all sitting in books somewhere that never went up, you know.
I think we're all like that with the tendency. But you, the likes of things that you've done, Patsy, you should have them out on the mantelpiece. I'll tell you.
Well, you know, I mean, for the young ones or even the grandchildren now, they can always say, because even the youngsters at school learn Donegal. Like, I do a school program over the years. I've been doing it for a lot of years now, and different schools I would have went into, and the teacher has his children taught Home To Donegal, and we sing it together, and it's lovely. You know,
that is brilliant.
Like, young boys and girls all joining in and pour their heart into it, you know.